Freelee the Banana Girl and Tana Mongeau. I'm assuming you would probably know who Tana Mongeau is, but some of you might not know who Freelee the Banana Girl is. She is an Australian YouTuber, which to be honest kind of annoys me because there aren't that many Australian YouTubers I feel like that are known in America. And the fact that a lot of Americans probably watched her videos and thought that that was a reflection of people from Australia really triggers me. In this video, I'm pretty much going to be recounting some drama that happened in 2016. I've compiled pretty much all the videos from Freelee and Tana in order. I'm going to react to some of the key parts in them. 2016 was probably one of the best years that Freelee had for her channel. The reason for that is she would call out people with a larger following than her, critiquing their diet and commenting on their weight, commenting on their skin, as well as making really questionable thumbnails. Those videos in 2016 got quite a lot of attention and the vegan diet was very much trending. I really don't have an issue with the vegan diet, but the issue that I have is she was showing her young, impressionable audience that it was okay to talk about people in a specific way. And then also when she did her day in a life things, keep in mind, I don't think this woman has any nutrition qualifications, would tell people that it's okay to eat 50 bananas in a day. Hopefully that's a decent enough background to Freelee that you kind of understand who she is. The first video she made was Tana Mongeau, how I stay skinny, my response. And you probably just saw the thumbnail on the screen. Can we see any issues with that? Because I immediately can. Is Freelee, I think she was about 35 to 40 at the time of filming this video. Was she zooming up on the boobs of a 17-year-old? She obviously did that in a quest for more views. And then she's got the question mark, how to stay fat. Here are some of the key things that she said in that video.
Hey Fruitbats, welcome to another episode. So today's video is on Tana Mongeau. I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't watched the video, so I'm not sure.
So just to clarify, after watching clearly a few of her videos, she chooses to mispronounce her name and bounce on a ball in the middle of like what looks to be a garage. An interesting start. And the other thing I find questionable is she said this video was requested. Who? Is this person okay? This definitely looks like a stock image. Hey Freelee, can you please bully this 17-year-old girl and make her go vegan? Thanks. Huh? The video in its entirety was quite long, and these are only kind of the highlights that I found from it, but really does a lot of talking. I mean, questionable advice, but pop off, sis. What annoys me is the insults that she allows from her boyfriend.
And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done that, and follow me on all my social media below.
Was that really helpful? So she's out here recording. Then this random man that really is not bringing much to the chat. I think this guy was like 40 when they filmed this. I really don't know. But he chooses to enter the screen, call a 17-year-old girl anemic, and walk off. And then to make it better, because this video was clearly edited, Freelee decided, wow, what an insightful comment. Let's keep it in there, guys, because we're giving health advice and we're doing good for the planet and the animals, okay? Even though we called this girl anemic, it's fine.
Salvation.
She's gonna blow out, man. By the time she's your age, Freelee, she's gonna be like 10 kilos.
Well, this video really should be called how to get fat.
How to fight metabolism.
How to be a yo-yo. How to fight metabolism.
She looks washed out, eh?
No, she's like, look.
How to stay skinny.
Leave Tana alone.
She's not even skinny.
Leave Tana alone, okay.
These people are in their late 30s commenting on a 17-year-old girl. Need I say more? Right, so she tries to depict herself as a hero. You're saying that she's going to blow out. Shh, don't be rude like that. Then chooses to keep it in the video. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. One thing, which is kind of a side note, but I also find really interesting, is all the videos that Freelee made on Tana, she has turned off the comments to. So people aren't allowed to comment or disprove what she's saying or say that wasn't appropriate, whereas all the videos that Tana made have their comments on. Because Tana's channel was growing so fast at the time and Freelee decided that she needed to get, yet again, more views, she decided to make another video called Tana Mongeau, It's Time to Step Up Buttercup. Don't really know why she chose again to feature a 17-year-old girl in a bra and some like underwear, but okay.
So today's video is a video on Tana Mon. Tana Mon.
Ah, you're 40. What do you mean? This 35-year-old woman talking about a 17-year-old girl in her second video after she's heard this girl pronounce her name probably half a dozen times has decided to mispronounce it. What in the vegan humor is she trying to accomplish? Haha, Freelee, people are going to think this is Australian humor and it's really not. So please stop.
And my last video had 316,000 views in like 3 days, which is incredible. A lot of bitches disliking. You know what? I don't care. You know, I'm here to help Tana. If you're not really here to help Tana, you're just here to like go, oh yes,
be a hater, not a content creator.
Just be a hater.
I'm really not a fan of this man who just seems to insert himself into Freelee's videos. It's really ironic to me when she says, I'm trying to help Tana, and then proceeds to like bully her, allowing her partner to call her anemic and say that she's going to blow out, and then deciding to keep them in the video because she clearly edited the video. In what world is that helpful?
I can see that your skin is breaking out quite a bit there, so you're going to benefit so much from going vegan. I used to have acne, and it all cleared up when I went vegan and I food combined properly.
35-year-old woman commenting on 17-year-old skin. That comment is also incorrect. My dermatologist said that like milk and dairy don't really have that much of a contribution to acne in some cases. I feel like this woman's trying to pose as an anti-health professional when it's like, you did not go to school for 10 plus years to become a doctor. Why are you commenting on this?
I mean, it's all very well to have these story time videos and stuff like that, but what sort of positive impact is it having on the world?
Freelee made a video, Bethany Motor weight gain and titty juice obsession. Tana made a video, I got banged with a toothbrush. Freelee is really out here trying to say that her video, Bethany Motor weight gain, has more of a benefit on society versus Tana's video, which was just like a light-hearted story time that people obviously watch YouTube for entertainment, so they would probably be happier through watching the entertainment source other than your decision to comment on someone else's weight. I'm gonna say that I think Tana's videos are a bit more helpful.
Boyfriend at the time, or some guy at the time, said she got banged by a toothbrush or something like that.
What the?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
If you've got a live leak video link, send it to me.
These story
DM
times.
or Instagram.
So
It's not even the fact that he said that. It's more the fact that Freelee was like, wow, Mr. Man, what an insightful comment, leaves it in the video, uploads it to the internet for millions of people to watch. That is extremely questionable. We have Freelee's third video on Tana Mongeau called Tana Mongeau Steps Up and Goes Vegan.
Hey Freebats, welcome to another episode. So today's video is on Tana Mongeau, and you may remember her from such videos as How I Stay Skinny response, and also the unpopular opinions I did response to that, where she said she was interested in going vegan.
That video, to be honest, was more just a news report. Like, yes, she's listened to my message. She said, you know what, I want to become a vegan because Freelee's boyfriend bullied me. The next video, we finally have a response from Tana Mongeau, where she does a video called My Response to Freelee. These are some of my favorite things that Tana says in the video.
Today's video is going to be a little bit of a long one, so yes, Freelee, you're going to have to split up your reactions to this in a few parts in order to get more views. I'm so sorry. I have been vegan for a little bit now, and I love it. The aspect of Freelee that does want people to go vegan and does want to help people change their bodies and does want to help change the world and save the animals and all that stuff is so amazing, and that's not at all what I am here today to criticize. A video to ask Freelee why she is a bitch.
And that is exactly what she did. Tana in total made like 2 videos for Freelee. Freelee made 5.
Okay, Freelee, you didn't directly bully me, you know?
I like Tana's video a lot because the amount of creators that Freelee's actually made videos on honestly just haven't responded, haven't involved themselves in the drama, which is so fair, so warranted. Like, I would probably do the same thing if Freelee ever made a video about me.
But your boyfriend did go on to say that I look anemic and I look like I'm dying. Well, I don't know. If I was anemic, I'd be pretty offended by that. And Freelee, I know that you didn't say that, but you let your boyfriend say that, and you edited and uploaded a video of him saying something like that. Now, if I wasn't a bully, I would have probably cut that out, you know?
That is pretty much exactly my point. Why would you consciously leave that in the video? You had total freedom to crop that out, okay? That was like, it wasn't a live stream. It wasn't just a one-take wonder. No, you edited that video and left that in. You really didn't need to do that.
In reality, a lot of people get acne because of hormonal and teenage reasons. Yes, going vegan does clear your skin. My skin is glowing now that I'm vegan. You should go vegan too. Going up to young teenagers that were overweight or had like a little bit of extra gained weight and calling them fat, calling them overweight, and calling them disgusting. Then they told them to go vegan, but that's what makes it all okay.
The flaw of Tana's first video was really that she made all these claims and didn't include evidence, which is what made it really hard, and that's why Freelee made multiple responses to it, because she's like, you don't have evidence. I know this is just from memory, so this could be wrong, but I can attest to that I'm 99% sure they did do that. And there was a link under Tana's second video that was meant to show them doing that, but it was actually deleted for violating YouTube's guidelines. I think from this point, you kind of just have to think, would that realistically be something that Freelee and her boyfriend would do?
Here to challenge you. I challenge you for the next month on your YouTube channel to only post positive videos about veganism, to only post recipes, to only post your smoothie.
This is talking about Freelee from the future, but pretty much Tana presented a challenge to Freelee to only sort of show positives of going vegan and not talk about other people, which of course Freelee did not do. Something which I find interesting is 6 years later, Freelee is still not as often making content on other people. But it's also interesting to me because platforms like TikTok have banned her, and then also on her Instagram, she shares exactly what Tana suggests. She shares uplifting content about being vegan. In response to Tana, Freelee made a video, of course. Tana Mongeau caught lying about me to her viewers. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
I love Mango Tango. Who else loves Mango Tango? It seriously gives me life. I love this so much. Not sponsored, by the way.
That was the first thing she said in that video. She did that deliberately because Tana was like, you need to be more positive. And Freelee's like, okay, well, I'll be more positive. Starts the video with something positive and then just goes whoop, very downhill, very fast.
I found out that she had made this video. I was just like, baby, I'm so happy that you made this video. This is so awesome. Welcome to YouTube. That's what we do. We want people to come to our channel and to listen to our message. You are very entertaining, and that is fine. But let's be honest, is that going to change the world?
All I'm going to say, Freelee, is I don't think your content is changing the world and probably made a lot of people more unhealthy and more anti-vegan.
And have me critique that video and be like a 40-minute video. So I'm just going to address the lies in the video because I hate being misrepresented deliberately so someone can serve their own agenda.
That is the most ironic thing I think Freelee's ever said, because that is literally all this woman does on her channel. She literally gets the most unflattering photos of people and is like, see, she's gaining weight. Gah.
In a mall, going up to young teenagers that were overweight or had like a little bit of extra gained weight and calling them fat, calling them overweight, and calling them disgusting.
Hannah, that is, you know it. I have never ever done that. I've never ever made a video like that. Where the fuck is that video? Tell me, where is that video? Everybody asks Tana, where is that video? Where she got that information from? And if you have seen that video, because that is total bull.
This is where we get a little bit questionable. Okay, Freelee could be right about her. Her boyfriend, on the other case, he is a whole different kettle of fish. He is a lot. So I could see him doing that, and maybe Freelee just filmed it. And as I have said, would she morally do that?
Is this coming from the queen of misleading titles?
So some sneaky clickbait, like I got banged with a toothbrush. Tihi is more harmful than Bethany Moda weight gain. You're talking about, again, another girl who's like early 20s at this point. I feel like, I know she's quite young girls weight gain, and you think that's okay, right?
Put that in and put Freelee, and let's see what comes up. Shall we? Let's see. Oh, plus size model trend is unhealthy and dangerous.
Something which Freelee did was she apparently, according to Tana, made a video called Plus Size Modeling Trend is Disgusting. Freelee does claim that that title was never on that video. Would it be out of character for Freelee to say something like that? So...
Tana, speaking of misleading titles and clickbait, which you are accusing me of doing, let's check out your channel, shall we? So here we go. Look at these titles. I got banged with a toothbrush. But you know what? She actually didn't get banged with a toothbrush. Why I rave naked. But hey, you're not really raving naked, are you? Completely naked. That's a bit misleading. And there's so many more. I made my teacher cry. The truth, an apology. There's just so much clickbait here. There's so much
So Freelee is again trying to justify Tana's videos such as Crazy Bitch in Target with her accusing a young influencer in their 20s for gaining weight. Just like a slight itty bitty bit questionable, Freelee.
You have to say mean things about Andrea Russet before she went vegan.
So I said mean fucked up things about Andrea Russet before she went vegan. How about we check that out and see if I really did say mean things about her? So as you saw earlier, Andrea has a massive following. It's really important that we get her on a vegan lifestyle, that we help support her. And the fact that she is showing interest is great. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That's going to really increase the chances of her seeing the video.
No one at all. Freelee, I was not mean to Andrea Russet, then chooses to include 15 seconds of a video where she was nice to her in the intro. Showing 15 seconds of a video is not doing anything. Because Freelee's main priority in her YouTube life is views, which obviously that's the same for everyone, she decided to make another video. Tana Mongeau responds to the facts by calling me a liar.
So these mini Tans are flying around, lying their little pants off, trying to cover up Tana's lies. And no one is buying your except unconscious, non-critical thinkers.
Is that not the exact same thing that your subscribers are doing, Freelee? So I just think that's the condition of the internet, that some people have diehard fans. All these other comments are just unnecessary. Like, Freelee, you convince people to eat 50 bananas a day, which is really not healthy. And then you're like, people who are Tana's fans are not thinking critically.
Hang on a second, who is a real bully here? Who called me a bitch in the video several times, and who has got their little mini Tans flying around putting abuse and the nastiest shit I've ever seen all over my videos.
So Tana calling Freelee a bitch. Freelee calling Tana Mongeau anemic. Being in her mid-30s talking about a 20-year-old influencer gaining weight. Making a thumbnail of Tana Mongeau zooming up on her boobs. She is really, really clutching at straws.
Next part of Tana's manipulative lies to try to defame me and make me look like a horrible person is that I went up to teenagers in a mall and I said they were fat, overweight, and disgusting. It's a video that Tana is lying about the McDonald's prank where she says that I call teenagers fat, disgusting, and overweight. Check it out for yourself.
Ask you girls a quick question.
Okay, so that's my video for today.
No! See, this is my video. I'm just gonna disprove Tana's lies. Shows it for literally 10 seconds. I did look at that specific video and she is right. Like, she didn't call people fat and disgusting or anything like that. But one of her videos, she has like hundreds on her channel. What's to say that actual video isn't private?
And yes, I am gonna make more videos because I'm not just gonna roll over, lie down and roll over and take it while someone just bullies me and lies about me all over the internet.
So the double standards are enormous. So she talks about any influencer she likes. She can say that they've gained weight, she can be unkind to them, she can insult their looks, but oh no, when someone does that to her, she doesn't stand for it. Just a little bit ironic, okay?
After all these lies, it kind of makes you question these story time videos, doesn't it? Imagination plus a script equals one heck of a story time video and a lot of moolah. Doesn't it, Tana?
When I watched Tana Mongeau, when I was watching storytime videos, I, to be honest, believed them. But also, if they were fake, so it's an entertaining story. I'll take it, you know? A storytime, if it's not defaming people, it's such a surface level thing. Like, who cares? I'm so for storytime channels. Then again, Freelee's YouTube strategy to directly insult other YouTubers. Most of the time, young girls in their early 20s and talking about their weight. The stuff that Freelee's saying is just like really incomparable. Like she's talking about herself versus someone saying some like potentially made up story time that's been over exaggerated. Tana's next and final response to Freelee was, "I'm a liar."
Tana lies. Tana lied. Blah, blah, blah. I would never lie on YouTube in any video to you guys about anything for any reason.
Yeah, see, okay, this is a bit from Tana that I'm like, really, Miss Girl? Really? You're telling us you never lied? Not that it really matters. I feel like every person with a YouTube channel has lied at some point. There are things that are such surface level lies that like, who cares about? You know, like lying about where you live. One thing which I do, which could be like a lie, is I make multiple videos in a day and I literally just change my jumper so it looks like I filmed on a different day. But also like, who really cares?
Tana, my titles are clickbait just like your titles are clickbait. How dare you attack my titles? That's dumb, blah, blah, blah. Your titles directly antagonize other people in a negative or untrue way, okay?
Yes, Tana's titles, Freelee's titles, like they're not comparable at all. Then Tana includes some proof of Freelee insulting people, which obviously, as you can see. And then she also includes things that Freelee's boyfriend did, which, my personal opinion, if your partner is doing something that is so morally wrong and so unkind, especially if you have a following it and you're not like denouncing it and being like, he shouldn't be doing that, that's disgusting. Freelee never did that. Instead, she just watched along as her boyfriend took like videos of people that he deemed were bigger and was like, you are fat, girl. That's just really not appropriate. So here's the final video of the Freelee versus Tana saga. At least I'm pretty sure it's the final one. Freelee did make another response video calling out Tana and her weight gain or something like that a couple years later. But the video is Freelee is a bully, response to Tana Mongeau.
Why the fuck you lying?
The song got copyrighted, but it keeps playing. Lying. Tana, why you lying? Allegedly. Tana is lying.
It's really funny to me that this 5-year-old woman is making like a pic collage of a 17-year-old girl. This is also literally on the video where she's trying to disprove Tana. She's like, I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully. Okay, I'm not a bully. I'm not. I don't.
I didn't want to make another video addressing Tana's lies. Tana in her initial video called me 55 years old, and that is a very ageist comment because she knows I'm not 55 years old. It's a form of bullying. It's very unnecessary.
Okay, she is really, really clutching at straws. Calling someone older than they are is like an over-exaggeration. Not that bad compared to Freelee being like, you've gained weight. You literally like can't compare that.
And I'm glad that you changed your bio to something more accurate and appropriate because it was sending out the wrong message to impressionable youth.
There is validity to Freelee's claims, like when she brings up Tana's like Twitter bio, but keep in mind she's also a 17-year-old.
Obviously reevaluated and realized it was inappropriate or you wouldn't have changed it, and that is a very adult thing for you to do.
She's changed her bio, and as a 17-year-old, obviously you are so young, so you're obviously growing and changing and everything, and she's listened to people's advice. Whereas to Freelee, it feels like she just disregards what everyone says and is like, I'm helping the animals, where it's like, okay, unless she gets really hardcore hated for.
Some of the most common traits of a well-rehearsed liar, they will tell you that they would never ever lie to you. We heard that one, didn't we? Body language, they might be covering their mouth when they're lying or touching their nose. That's a very common one.
Lie on YouTube. I would never lie on YouTube in any video to you guys about anything for any reason.
No. Freelee, this is just so, and something which is so nitpicky that it's ridiculous.
Using that single hater comment as evidence is like me using this comment as evidence that you're buying subscribers, likes, and views everywhere. So how to get YouTube subscribers 2016, and you scroll down in the comments and there's Tana Mongeau a year ago, sub me and I'll sub back. And that's her original channel, as you can see there, nearly 1 million subs.
Not relevant. Tana said this about me, but Tana's a liar. Like, you can't trust her. Comments and says, I'll sub back to you if you sub to me as a new YouTuber.
That's what this is about. This is about my approach, remember? So bringing in my boyfriend does not make sense, and it seems pretty obvious that you're just trying to further discredit me by bringing in some actions that my boyfriend took.
Again, clasping at straws.
It would be a lot more amazing if you used honest titles, or at least if you're gonna use clickbait titles, they be nice.
Titles video, shitty Craigslist movers. I dated a fuckboy. Crazy racist Uber driver.
So Freelee likes to include the clips of the one person on planet Earth that dedicates her life to backing up Freelee's claims. I'm not even going to say her name because this girl is obviously quite misguided, just says things to back up Freelee's claims. And that's pretty much the drama between Freelee and Tana. What are your thoughts on the whole situation? I know it was quite a while ago, but what do we think? Please comment below your thoughts, as I'm really keen to hear them. Also, I'm going to assume this video was probably a bit longer than my normal videos, so thank you so much for staying till the end. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, could you please, as it really does help my channel. So